Hey everyone, Angie back for another Barista Basics video. I hope that you guys are doing well. I would like to start off by apologizing for the lack of video last week. I was originally not scheduled to work a double on Wednesday, but I got scheduled to be a double. So I unfortunately did not have any time last week to film. But I think it's a little blessing in disguise because this week, actually yesterday, Starbucks' Spring 2021 launch has launched, which is, as you can tell from today's title, what this video is going to be about. So I think it was kind of meant to be, because now I have this very exciting and very relevant topic to discuss today. So, as with my other sort of Starbucks launch videos, I'm basically just going to discuss what new items have been added and added to the menu and what sort of changes have been made to the menu, if any. So I guess I'll start, because this is the shorter category, I'll start with new food items. And there's only one, which is a new protein box. It's the chickpea and avocado spread protein box. So it's pretty similar to the chicken and hummus protein box, but instead of hummus, it's replaced with avocado spread. And instead of the chicken with sort of the little flatbreads, it's been replaced with these chickpea bites. Now, I haven't personally had these myself. I have seen them in our RTD&E case, and they look very good. So I would like to try it at some point because I quite enjoy chickpeas. But yeah, that's the new food item. Very easy, very simple. The protein boxes are perfect for like a meal on the go, you know, a quick little lunch. You get that and a drink and you're set. So I'm very excited to try that one. And I will certainly report back in a future video when I have tried it. I'll probably just mention it briefly at some point, my opinions on it. But that's a new food item. Really, the most exciting part, however, are the new drinks that got added. So, well, the biggest part of this is that all Starbucks nationwide now have oat milk, which is, I don't know if you're as happy about it as I am, but I am so happy about it. Sorry, also, I just realized this light makes me look a bit sweaty. I just got off of work. I got actually off earlier than I expected. And I just walked home, and I've changed into my street clothes. So my forehead just looks a little oily. Please forgive me for that. But yes, so we have oat milk. Very super duper excited. And so it's Oatly brand oat milk, by the way, which is, I think they started making oat milk, if I recall on the box, said maybe like 30-ish years ago. And they're from Sweden, which is pretty cool. And that's all the information I remember about that. But it's very good. The oat milk in and of itself is very good. It does obviously kind of taste like oats. And as you can imagine, due to the fact that it's oat milk compared to other alternative milks like soy or almond milk, it's a bit thicker too. So at least for me personally, it kind of feels, it feels fuller. Like I drink a drink with oat milk and I kind of feel like I've eaten something a little bit, which is kind of a good or a bad thing, depending, you know, if you are looking to eat or not. But it's very good either way, and I definitely would recommend trying it, even just by itself. But the drinks that I'm about to mention, there are two new drinks that contain oat milk. And these are, okay, I won't spoil it. But there are two new drinks. The first one that I'm going to mention is the honey oat milk latte. So this utilizes honey blend syrup, which is the same one that can be found in the honey almond milk flat white, for example. It uses that syrup. It utilizes blonde espresso and oat milk. And it gets topped with we have this toasted honey topping, which I also have yet to try, but it sounds pretty good. So that gets put on top, and I imagine that's pretty tasty. I haven't tried any of these drinks yet. But the second drink, which is the one that appeals to me more personally between the two, is the, how is it called? Brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso is the official name of it. Iced shaken espresso. And so essentially this is kind of similar to a Starbucks double shot, except it utilizes a bit less espresso. The base espresso, similar to the other latte I just mentioned, is blonde espresso instead of regular espresso. And it gets the brown sugar syrup in it. It gets a little bit of cinnamon powder as well. Then you pour the shots on top in the shaker with the ice and all these other ingredients. You give it a good shake, hence why it's called a shaken espresso. Then you pour it in your cup and you top it off with some oat milk. And that's that. And this is what I didn't want to spoil, but I actually have one to try. Obviously, it has separated. The espresso has fallen to the bottom because I got this a little bit ago. But stay tuned for the end of the video because I'm going to try it for the first time. I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm going to try that. That's what I didn't want to spoil, but it's there, so stay tuned if you're interested. But yeah, so those are the two new drinks that utilize the new Oatly oat milk. Now, there is another drink that got added, which utilizes a new beverage component called chocolate malt powder. This one I've also, like I said, I haven't tried any of these drinks yet. But it also sounds really good. Malt, you know, makes me think of like Whoppers or like Maltesers, which I quite enjoy, so I'd like to try this one too. But the drink that utilizes this powder is called the iced chocolate almond milk shaken espresso. And so the process is very similar to the oat milk shaken espresso that I just mentioned, but it doesn't get any of the brown sugar syrup in it or any of the cinnamon powder. Instead, it gets this malt powder over the ice. Again, the base espresso is blonde espresso for this one. Pour it in, give it a good shake, pour it in the cup, and then you top it off with almond milk instead. Now, amongst all three, this is probably the one that excites me the least, simply because I'm not the biggest fan of almond milk. I think I've mentioned that in the past, but almond milk just isn't really my style personally. But I will try it, of course, so I can tell customers how it is. But I think if I were to get the drink for myself to personally enjoy, I would substitute oat milk instead of the almond. Oh, I should also mention, you can, obviously now that we have oat milk, anything that utilizes any kind of milk in it, you can substitute oat milk for. So like just a regular latte, you can do an oat milk latte, you know, you can do an oat milk frappuccino, you know, whatever, anything that utilizes milk, just like the coconut, almond, or soy, you can substitute now oat milk as well. I didn't know if that was obvious. I just wanted to put that out there if it wasn't. So yeah, those are the 3 new drinks that got added. Now, there are also a couple pre-existing drinks that have been modified slightly in this new launch as well. The first one being the Starbucks Double Shot, which I did mention a bit previously. This drink has been modified and renamed to just simply iced shaken espresso. And it's honestly basically the same as the Double Shot. Don't really know why they felt the need to change it, to be honest. I guess maybe the name's simpler. But actually, the process is the same, but it's a little bit different for the amount of espresso you get in it. It actually is 1 less shot of espresso in the venti. So for the Starbucks Double Shot previously, a venti iced would get 5 shots of espresso, but for the shaken espresso, now it only gets 4. So it goes like 2, 3, 4, tall, grande, venti is the amount of shots that they get. But other than that, same old deal. Put it in the shaker with ice, classic syrup, add your espresso, shake it up, top it off with 2%, and there you go. The other drinks that have been modified slightly are the iced teas. Now, the iced teas simply, as a base, come without sweetener. So before, the iced teas were similar to the iced coffee, where if you order it just straight up, it automatically comes sweetened. But now, Starbucks has changed the recipe where the base recipe is simply just no sweetener in it. So if you want it sweetened, you have to ask for sweetener, or the barista will ask you if you want it sweetened, because it doesn't automatically come like that anymore. So that's a bit of a small change. I don't really know how sort of effective or useful that change would be in certain stores, but certainly for my store, the one that I work at currently, I'd say that's a pretty useful change because most people end up asking for their iced teas unsweetened anyways. Again, at least in my town, in the store. So that's pretty useful for us. And I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to mention. Oh, also, so along with this sort of spring 2021 launch, it also kind of is meant to coincide with Earth Day as well as Starbucks' 50th anniversary. So, related to Earth Day, Starbucks has launched a whole new bunch of products. They are so cute, like cups, mugs. They even have this cute reusable tote. They're all very cute. I actually did, I meant to bring that up with me when I came up here, but there are these cute, like sort of the, they're not like the super fancy cups, but you know, sort of like that, cup that you can buy. I'm not describing it well, whatever. There are like these kind of more basic cups that, are super duper cute, and I bought them, the hot and the iced version, and this nice kind of like seafoam green color. It's like perfect, like just in time for spring. I feel like it totally like fits the vibe very well. So very excited about that. I do plan on getting, there's this one really cute mug that sort of is like, I don't know how you would call it, kind of like beveled maybe, or like embossed. It's kind of like there are these diagonal lines going across it that almost kind of like, it almost kind of is like little mini peaks in a way. So it's like, if I had it, it'd be so much easier, but it's like, kind of a flat, sorry, there's no way for me to describe it. It's just a really cute mug. It reminds me of the ocean. It kind of looks like waves is the point I'm getting at. Super duper cute. Sorry, I don't know why that frustrated me. I was like trying to find the words to describe it and they were evading me. But yeah, that's a really cute mug that I do plan on getting at some point. There's also this really nice cup as well that kind of has like mermaidy-ish patterns on it, which also coincides with the siren for the 50th anniversary. That's also very cute that I would like to buy as well. Now, the last piece of information that I want to mention before I try the oat milk drink that I just mentioned a while ago. There's also, coinciding with the 50th anniversary, like I said, there is a Starbucks 50th anniversary blend. And it looks very cute. It comes in like this nice green packaging. It has the siren on it. It's very pretty. I've yet to try it, but that's another thing that I'm very excited to try. But I also wanted to inform, you know, obviously this video is meant to be informative and that's a part of the launch, so I figured it would of course be worth mentioning. And yeah, that's about all the information I have for today's video regarding what's actually a part of the launch itself. Now, onto the part that, I don't know if you've been waiting for it, but I've been waiting for it. Trying the iced, the name is so long. Iced brown sugar, oat milk, shaken espresso. What a mouthful, right? But here it is. Again, I got it a little bit ago, so the espresso and sort of the syrup has settled to the bottom, and the oat milk is resting on top. But I'm actually going to go ahead and switch hands and just kind of give it a good swirl so we can get everything incorporated. Okay, cool. Looks good. So, okay, I'm excited. Let's try it. Cheers. I get it. I'll be honest, I get it. Okay. It's like really good, actually. And I mean, if you know anything about me, you know that I like my drinks sweet. Probably overly sweet, to be honest. And this grande size only uses 2 pumps of the brown sugar syrup, the half bar pumps. So not a lot at all, but it's actually very good. I think the oat milk also kind of helps take away from the bitterness of the espresso. Also, of course, utilizing blonde espresso in and of itself will make the drink a bit sweeter because, as we know, blonde espresso is a bit sweeter than regular espresso. Starbucks has done it again. Okay. I'm probably gonna down that and then be jumping off the walls. But I think that's it for today's video. Oh, y'all, I am so stupid. I forgot to mention. So, like I said, that drink contains the brown sugar syrup in it. That also launched with this spring launch. And of course, you can get, just like any other syrup, you can add it into anything. It doesn't have to just be used for this drink. You can add it, you know, if you want just like a regular brown sugar latte or, you know, whatever. You can add it into anything, whatever you would like. So, yeah. That's it. I can't believe I totally forgot to mention that. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I thank you guys so much for checking the video out. I hope that you learned something useful or interesting. I really encourage you to try any of the drinks that I mentioned in this video. Again, I haven't tried the other ones, but I don't know, it might be kind of hard to top this one for me. Anyways, I really enjoy that. Anything with oat milk, I'm kind of a sucker for anyways. Yeah, so I definitely would recommend trying that one, but try any drink that, you know, suits your fancy, of course. And again, I will report back on the chickpea bites when I try them. They do sound really good as well, and that's something else I'm eager to try. But yeah, that's it for the video. I hope that you guys are staying safe, sane, healthy, entertained, and motivated. If you are protesting, I hope that you were staying extra super duper safe. It still is a bit chilly, at least here in New Jersey, so I hope that you're staying warm as well. It is kind of warming up a little bit, though. The weather is, I think next week is supposed to be quite nice, so I'm very excited for that. But yeah, that's it. I appreciate you guys for checking the video out, and again, I encourage you to try anything that interested you. And I haven't gotten my schedule for next week, so hopefully I'm not a double on Wednesday, so I can film again. Yeah, and so if that works out, hopefully I'll see you next week. But until then, I hope you take care. And that's it. Ciao. Bye-bye.